Yes, sorry, I just realised I had to do something. But yes, the Valk cubes are dying out. They're going to be harder to find. I've managed to order quite a few, so if you want Valk cubes, I recommend getting them quickly and keeping an eye on the stock. Okay, Raghav Verma. What? Oh right, same. And somebody's put Gantry for 6x or Gantry. Yeah, I guess it kind of works. I'd recommend something cheap, probably. Volley Cuba, how old are you? I am 19 years old. Naivedia Trivedi, what is your dream cube? I don't know. I mean, if a cube comes out, I get it. Very little questions asked if it's a WCA event and stupidly priced, not limited edition stuff I don't always get. But I really don't know. Something that's really, really good. I don't know how they'd make it though. Gialin, if you had a chance, would you do a collab in products with the Cubicle or Big Cube Shop Daily Puzzle? Like, I'd happily do something, but like, it'd be quite difficult, I think. Like, other people have exclusivity agreements, which just causes trouble, and yeah, there's not really much opportunity, unfortunately. It'd be great to do so at some point, but not likely to happen, unfortunately. Oliver Fisk, what is your... I answered that. Iona Cubes, what's your favourite puzzle, WCA and non-WCA? I still like 7x7s. I still just like big cubes, although I'd never get that much chance to actually solve them. Obviously there are fun things like fruit cubes and all sorts of weird challenging stuff I've got time for. Did actually finally get the chance to solve a penguin at a market stall recently, because somebody bought one and then came back asking me to solve it. I haven't actually tried it until then, because I don't try everything. Secret, yeah. Don't tell anyone, but I don't actually try Maybe at some point I will. Are you planning to solve even bigger cubes like 15 by 15? Maybe. I mean, this is a difficult one because they just get so expensive that it's kind of like, do I really need a 14 by 14 and a 15 by 15 and then a 21 by 21? I mean, that's really expensive. Is it worth it at all? Is the question. And I just don't know. Maybe. I might get a 14 by 14. I think I'll get a 14 by 14 at least at some point this year. I really like your website. Very reliable. Thank you. Thank you for the spot. That's very nice. Cubing Unsolved. What is your favourite 3x3 for OH? Ooh. I think I'd just go with the Gantrov League. Just the same. I don't really like the idea of trying all sorts of weird, different stuff for OH. But then I don't really do that much OH anyway. Kind of aches my fingers a bit, which I don't really like. Well, what was your PB for 4x4? I think it's about 32, 33 seconds, something like that. I'm not sure. A Leng Tang. Which cubing style do you prefer, etc.? I quite like the big US cube stores. Like, they are pretty decent and reliable. They are genuinely good stores, really good customer service. And, like, yeah. I mean, I will say this. I do like howcube.pl. They only ship to Poland, so it's not going to do any harm mentioning them, is it? Since I've never shipped to Poland anyway. But yeah, they do seem like a really good cube store, and like obviously I can't speak Polish, but like if I put their cube descriptions through Google Translate, they're always really good. If only I could write such good, eloquent detailed cube descriptions. Speedy Gone Cuba, what is your favourite 7x7 cube? The MGC 7x7. Probably the best. Sparks, close. then it sparks another one. I haven't been able to get hold of them for ages. Tata Channel. What is your hope in the next year, 2022? To continue growing my cube store to the extent that it is reliable and consistent. Then yeah, hopefully I can do lots of market stalls in the summer and get a load of you to come along and talk about cubing. And hopefully there'll actually be cubing competition this year. And I'm happy to sponsor them, by the way, if any organisers are watching. Cubing Wizard. What is your favourite thing of working at a cube store? I get to cube and earn an income doing it. Yeah, it's just nice having loads of cubes and getting to actually literally getting paid to cube sometimes. What is your hobby beside cubing? So I am a long distance runner. I do long distance running training with the university and cross country and stuff like that. And yeah, sometimes turn up and win park runs. Try to. I recently did the Knacker Cracker at Box Hill on New Year's Day. It's just ridiculous, man. Running 10k with 4 ridiculously steep ascents of a hill. Yeah. But yeah, I've done like 35-53 on a non-flat 10k, and just it would be nice to actually improve that this year, because it's just my 5k PB still stands at 16:30 from a park run in 2019. Want to beat that this year. Russ Oliver, have you ever tried olive oil as a cube lube? No, I haven't. Why are cube bags softer on the outside, not on the inside, where the cube you're trying to protect is? Let's have a look. Softer on the outside and not on the inside. I don't know. I mean, I've never really seen that much need to protect cubes. Like, they're usually pretty durable. Like, as long as you're not throwing them around on hard concrete, like, they're usually fine. So, I don't really know. I've never really paid much attention to cube bags. I mean, ultimately, like, I sell them on my store, but I don't really use them myself, because, like, I like these bags, and I've used them for years and years because they have, and like, I don't really like change that much, so I don't really have any reason to change to a bag with less pockets and pockets in less convenient spaces. Like, I can't fit a water bottle there in this section here, whereas I can fit a water bottle in this section here, and I am able to take a water bottle out of a bag while walking without A, slowing down, and B, without taking the bag off. I'm able to unzip it, take the bottle out, drink from the bottle, put the bottle back in, and unzip it while walking at the same pace without taking my bag off. And I'm not able to do that with any bag, so I don't really want to change to a bag where I'm not able to do that. Mevindu Bashitha. Which lube is better for the RS Frame 2020? Neutrino setup, which I've explained previously. Cubing forever. Congratulations on getting set. Oh, right, I'm not reading stuff like that. Which flagship cube is your favourite? Answered that in the last video. 5.091 PB video. What is... yep. Answered that. Would you consider yourself the best speed cubing shop in the UK? What do you think about other cubing shops such as Cubes? I'd like to think that, like, obviously Cubes UK is a bigger cube store, but I think the difference is that I am actually a fast speed cuber and Luke Turtich is not. And I think I'm not going to say anything. Like, Cubes UK is a decent cube store. I've had sort of rivalries in the past, but ultimately, like, they are reliable, they are decent, They're usually 99p more expensive than I am, but ultimately they're fine. But I think the difference is, like, I'm in it because I like speedcubing and I enjoy speedcubing. I think he's in it for other reasons, and also, like, he's not just speedcubing as well. He does SEO, which kind of annoys me because it's quite difficult to compete with somebody who's an expert at search engine optimization. Like, when so much of the traffic comes from Google. And yeah, he also sells loads of magnets. Just saying. I mean, I sell the odd magnet on my site, but he has a separate website for magnets. And just to also mention, like, yeah, there's only really 2 decent cube stores in the UK right now. So yeah, support the slightly smaller one, please. It's more reliable. That's where people actually know what they're talking about. What is your favourite part of running a cube store? I've already answered this, but yeah, just essentially getting paid to cube, like, literally. And just having so many cubes to try, knowing what's best. What is your favourite PLR? This is actually interesting. It definitely used to be an A perm, but now I'm not so sure, because I've got pretty good at, like, J perms and U perms and stuff like that. And F perms are quite fun to do as well. I think I've recently been practicing blind, so I've got kind of a bit more used to J perms and T perms, just doing them quickly and reliably with a blindfold on. So if anything goes wrong, I don't see it. Harry Motors, what got you into cubing? I saw a cube on the shelf. Yeah. Duru Sinar, do you have any advice for memorizing CFOP? Just do it. Yes, quite simply, just do it. Practice your F2L. Learn follow class layer. Then, once you know that, learn all the PLLs first. Maybe start with the VE and N perms, because you should already know a Y perm, and yeah, VE and N are, like, they're going to take you longer if you don't know them, so they're going to make a bigger difference if you do know them, I think. Yeah. And then learn for lower, obviously. Pixie, what is your... Answer that. Who is your favourite YouTuber? Ooh. I don't know. I mean, I like people like Tingman's always entertaining, and Cubehead, and all these big YouTubers are always pretty good. And then there are some smaller ones that I kind of see and make decent videos. But obviously, the small ones that are really good aren't going to be small for long, which is a bit concerning, you know. Yeah. How do you maintain your store? Get lots of cubes. Send them out. That's really it. Just the willingness to buy a few £1,000 worth of cubes. See what happens. They better sell. C Hembro, what's your favourite WCA event? 7x7. What event would you add? Event you would remove? I don't want to remove anything from the WCA because it just annoys people. Like, I don't really see the point in doing it. Like, events have been there for a long time, and then you suddenly remove them, and it's just, yeah, I don't think there's any reason to remove anything anytime soon. Event you would add? I think it'd be fun to just have something a bit different, like a cuboid maybe of some description, maybe like a 3x3x4 or something bigger. I mean, I think a 3x3x4 is like the only one where there's decent hardware for at the moment that's not tiny and really easy. But like, if maybe 3x3x5 or something bigger if they make decent hardware for it, because you need decent hardware for it to be a WCA event now. But yeah, I don't really know. There was a whole thing about ReadyCube, and then that never really took off because like ReadyCube's a bit silly, really. It's not difficult, and there's only one company that makes them, and now you've got Ready Minxes, which like are the same thing but in a minx form, and it's cheaper to buy. Cool Cuba, will you listening song when you cubing? Do you listen to music while cubing? No. Sometimes I watch YouTube videos and cube at the same time, but if I'm actually practicing and caring about my times, then I just focus purely on the cube. Or try to. Dark Cube, what is your P... Oh, right, I've already answered that, haven't I? Well, I mean, my PPE is 5.091 now, isn't it? How to get a good name for a YouTube channel? I have no idea, ultimately. Just think of something original, make original videos. To be honest, like, does the name really matter that much? Like, if you make good content, like, nobody's really going to care about the name, are they? Surely. Like, if J-Perm was called T-Perm, I'd still watch his videos. If J-Perm was called Dylan, I'd still watch his videos, probably. Chico Brawl Stars. What? Right, I already answered that. I main the GAN 12 Lube. What would you say is the best budget 3x3? The RS3M 2020. Chicken PVPS. Do you think that a cheaper fast cube is better or an expensive GAN cube? It depends which expensive GAN cube and which cheaper fast cube. I do think the GAN 12 Leap is the best 3x3 currently, in my opinion. Most people will probably go with maglev just because it's maglev and it's cool and exciting, but the Leap version's better and cheaper. But then, I mean, the RS3M 2020, especially with the neutrino setup, it's really good. It's getting up there to the best cubes out there. So I don't know. Up to you. Pragyan Deshlachara. What was your inspiration of starting cubing? Right, so, yeah, obviously you can see all my YouTube recommendations and all the comments here. 108 comments, so, yep, let's copy the YouTube URL into a YouTube random comment picker. And yes, I am going to filter duplicate users, and I'm not going to include replies to comments. Right, get YouTube comments. Amount of unique comments, 105. Start raffle and pick random winner. Oh, Rud Paul. How many cubes do you sell per month? As I have answered. Right, okay. So, yes, congratulations to Rud Paul. I think he's won stuff before, actually. But, yeah. So, yep, congratulations. Please email me and prove you are who you say you are. WCA 3 blind. I want you to comment your memo for this scramble. And I'm going to try and solve it blind. Hope that's okay. It's probably asking quite a bit. Hope you know how to do it blind. No, surely you... I mean, I've already answered that. I reached the cube on the shelf, and my mum happened to know how to solve it, so she taught me how to solve it, and I practiced and practiced and practiced. Now she's just slow. Really slow. Loek van den Zijste. How long have you been cubing? Just over 9 years. My first successful solve was on the 17th of December 2012. My Cubiverse. What is a GAN 12 Leap? Do you think, Juan Marco, do you think it would be better to get an older flagship cube or a newer budget cube? Ooh. Probably. It depends, like, how old. Because the thing is, like older flagship cubes, they're not actually going to be that cheap unless they're being sold out by some cube store somewhere to try and get rid of them. So, I don't know. A lot of these newer budget cubes are really good. So, like, I think I'd use an RS3M 2020 over, like, a Valk 3 or a GTS 2M, or even a GTS 3M, or probably even a WRM. 2019, that is. Mike Alstom 06. Will you do a mains for 2022 video? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I'll have time. I might try to, but we'll see. I mean, mains for 2022, I mean, not that much has changed, really. Slow Cuba, what is the first cube that you have gotten? A horrible, turning, stiff, stupid Rubik's brand. Tara and Cuba, what are your main cubing goals for cubing 2021? 2021 just finished. My goals were, I guess, to get sub 10 on 3x3, and I kind of achieved that, sort of. But for 2022, maybe like sub 9. Actually, like, I'd like to actually get decent at blind at some point as well. Like, I think it would be a fun thing to be able to do quickly. Pravin Bay Kanzaria. How many cubes you could solve at one time without stopping? I have no idea. I'm not the sort of person that's going to sit there for 24 hours like Cubet did and just keep solving cubes over and over again. But, like, I have no idea. Don't want to try. I mean, if I can sit in my chair for 4 hours yesterday fixing that 9x9, I could probably sit there doing 800 cube solves in that time, maybe? Maybe not quite 800, that was a bit of an exaggeration. Amphibian Hoplite. Judging from your vids, you seem to be alone. How many are you in the store's main staff, really? It's just me at the moment. I don't really want to be employing people until I can genuinely afford to and genuinely worthwhile. But, like, maybe one day I might be looking for employees, and yeah, might have to be quite good at cubing, just saying, just putting it out there that one day it might happen. But yes, for now I am alone. I mean, I do sponsor, like, Speedy Got Cuba and a few other sponsorees that are inactive.